nigga tricks and gives her an experience, I think women look at that differently than. I don't think women like dating the nigga that's literally just gonna spend the bag on them the whole time.
Because
I
it's
feel
not a
like there's
vibe.
some out there that do like that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
absolutely.
but they be hella they be going through it. Like they just know what it is. You feel
Right.
me? You want to leave an impression.
Right.
You want to like leave when when it's over, because it's gonna be over. But when it's over, you want them to be like, yo, I had a lot of fun. Not so much as, oh nah, he spent the bag. It's like, yo, did you enjoy yourself? Like,
Right.
did you really have fun? Did you like the vibe? And when your vibe is there, it's like it makes it that much harder for the next dude to come through, because then they chasing the vibe that they just had with you, and half the time they're looking like, why is it even over?
Right.
So you said a good point, right? You said you're looking too far into like. You basically say you're looking too far into tricking. What if that person's not even? They just want your genuine self, right?
Yeah.
And that's not it anymore. But my thing is, what if they experienced that? They experienced that already previously. Then
With
they got
you?
entered. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they
We're gonna
experienced.
use you as just an
Example,
essentially,
okay.
Yeah, just have an open dialogue.
So they experienced the non-lifestyle of not tricking, and
Mm-hmm.
then they experienced it again. Why do you think that they're open to going back?
Something's
That's what I'm
holding them back. I feel like something that
Like,
y'all
why
had.
is it so far-fetched for me to think that I have to probably try to do something up to that standards now?
Maybe conversation. Maybe you seen the level up from that person. Maybe that person's dressing different,
And that's where I see
Moving a
us.
little
You see
different.
the level up from.
but you still know who they are at heart. So all right, so maybe dinner. Maybe y'all go out to dinner and it's not at Applebee's that y'all used to go to, because you both are seeing different level of money now. You know,
Okay.
lives have gone further. So now it's a steakhouse. You know, now it's something else. Maybe it's an Italian restaurant, an upscale Italian restaurant. Not something that you blowing $300-400 on, but a good $150. It's not the $10 after 10 o'clock meals anymore when we was in college or whatever, or when we was younger. You know, we're older now.
Yeah.
So with being older, you're going to step it up as well. But it doesn't always have to be big, luxurious gifts. Oh, hey, thought about you, went to Dior, got this. Nah, you went with flowers. You went with Tiffany's. You something small.
I think that as men, a lot of times we get the whole tricking conversation fucked up, and what happens is because there's so many women out there, like you said, that do only want the dude that's gonna spin the bag, you know what I'm saying, fly her out, do this, do that.
Yeah.
But half the time, women literally just be wanting happiness, and you could trick on a woman and through happiness. Like I said, you develop an experience. You can trick, right? Buying flowers, you know what I'm saying, going to expensive dinners. To me, all of that is considered tricking. But I'm also creating an experience with you. I'm creating a vibe with you. There's dudes out there that's not even giving you that. There's dudes out there not even giving
They're
them
just
that.
giving you the
They
material.
literally just giving it to them because they got money to blow.
Yo, a lot of times the ones with the most money don't even be spending the money.
What
I
you
ain't
mean
gonna
by
hold you.
that?
Like the girls will go after the dude that they know got the bag, and he
Yeah.
won't even be spending the bag on them. I've seen that mad times. They just happy to be around the guy or be known with the guy that got the bag.
Damn.
Wild, bro. Blows my mind. I'd be like,
Damn.
what? Didn't spend $1 on them. Probably used their house as a stash house. But that was it. Like that's wild to me. Yeah,
That's
bro.
insane.
It's really nasty. But yeah, man.
I mean, I have never been able to get to the level of tricking until now, but like now I'm single, you feel me? So I never
maybe
even
you
my
were
ex
tricking.
with my ex, I don't think I was.
You might have been. You
I
probably
might have
just
been
didn't-
on a low budget
Exactly.
Buffalo Wild Wings, you heard?
You just said you just said you view dinner as tricking. So
Yes,
it's
because
levels, but
right. There's levels of tricking.
Yeah.
So back then, yeah, when I was single, before my relationship, like that time frame between when I break up with my girl, 2014 to like 2018, that time when I was going on dates and all that, I wasn't really trying to get anything but some ass. So to me, I was literally tricking. To me, I was tricking.
Okay.
It might have been low budget tricking. We might have went to Texas Roadhouse. We might have went to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings.
But it was
we
still
ain't go to
tricking.
no steakhouse, but it was
Yeah.
tricking. I think tricking is a because I think tricking, and that's the proper way to say it. I think tricking is a mentality.
for sure.
I think tricking is a mentality. if you know that you're not getting anything out, wow, this really leads into the topics of the day. But if you know you're not getting much out of it, if you know you're not getting much out of it, and you know you only here for a good time, and you already know it's only gonna last for a couple months at max.
Yeah.
If you out here spending money on her or buying Christmas gifts and doing that, to me, I'm tricking because my mentality is I'm not trying to get nowhere with you. But if I establish that I kind of like you, I kind of want to get somewhere with you, then to me, that's not tricking. To me, now I'm just doing my responsibilities as a man to show you that I can be the man that you want me to be, possibly in our future.
It depends on the level of tricking, though, because me personally, like, I used to do dinners and movies heavy. That was my thing.
That's your bag.
But I personally, I don't view that as tricking because I wanted to go to the movies. I wanted to see that movie.
Okay.
I just paid for your ticket. I wanted somebody to come with me. I wanted to go to that restaurant. I wanted to eat there. I just didn't want to eat alone there.
I think
so
that's
I brought
also
you with me.
proper etiquette in general.
No, I get what Meeze is saying. You
feel me? Like,
yeah, it's proper etiquette. You're correct. It is proper etiquette. But what Meeze is saying, because I've been in that situation too. Like, yo, I don't want to go alone. Like, and you're a vibe. You don't annoy me.
Okay.
I don't. You don't bother me. You feel no? Because there's. Come on now, we all been single men at one point. We know we've had a roster, and there's been ones on your roster that you be like, yo, you are annoying.
You out the house.
I'm literally bringing pizza over for my trick date.
Yo, pizza and Henny.
I'm bringing pizza and Henny for this trick date. I'm not bringing you out the house. You annoy me. So I get what Meeze is saying. Like, oh, I want to see this movie. And we not going nowhere. We not doing much. We not getting nowhere.
Even if we
I
just
like
want to
you.
go see it. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to eat there. I like our conversation. Even if I didn't, I still wanted to eat there, and you were last option. So let's go. Get the free meal.
You were the last option.
Yeah, but you got a free meal out of it, right? You got free meal, free drinks. What's the issue? Realistically, what's the issue? You had a great night. I didn't. You know, my
Right.
food was good. Conversation was blast. I'm bringing you home. There's nothing going on after this. I don't even want to deal with you like that. I wanted to eat though,
Right.
so I don't see the issue. I don't be stunning, man. But yeah,
I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue at all with tricking. Like I said, it's a mentality thing, though. Like I said, I don't think every time I spend the money on a woman, I don't think that that's always tricking. I think that if I like you, if I'm feeling you, you got a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? You somebody that I could possibly see something with, then I'm just doing my job to show you that I'm that nigga. You feel me? There's a difference. I'm not tricking. Some men will call that tricking still, but I'm like, how? Like I'm actually trying to pursue you. I'm actually trying to build with you. It might be the early stages. It might be a month in. It might be a 2 week. It might be 3 weeks in. It might be 2 months in. It don't matter. I see an established future with you. Let me not say an established future, but you have what I like in a woman, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then there's women that you trick on that you really, you know what I'm saying? You tricking on her because you want to hit, and that's what it requires. Like it's levels to it. Like me said, it's definitely levels to it.
roster days was fun.
Roster days.
Roster days was
That's
fun.
oh shit, that's a good one. Roster days.
Roster days was
Roster
fun.
days.
You just had certain ones around for certain, man. Let's introduce the pod.
You was about to get it going, my God.
Introduce the
You was
pod.
about to go through a nice little flashback. What up? It's From the Chair Podcast, Season 1, Episode 11. To Lifestyle for Perspective, the lifestyle of a barber, lifestyle of a client. You already know what it is. We're almost through this season. I am now known as MTH, mistakenly toxic hat, faded bull, hat, Glenn, or whatever you want to call me. To the left of me, I have 90s era Brad, Swank the barber, Swank cuts hair, Rose. We missing
That's
one. I
it.
feel like we missing one. Scuba Steve.
Scuba
Steve. To the left, we usually have Worldwide Meeks, but unfortunately,
He's training elephants in Africa today.
that's some shit Meeks would be doing. Training elephants in Africa today.
Tapering them.
Tapering
elephants.
Yo, let me get behind them big ass ears.
You
me
gotta
get
pin
behind
these
it.
down, my nigga. You
But
gotta pin these
Meeks
ears
is
down.
Meeks is in COVID protocol. Wishing him all the best. Wishing him well. Wishing our brother doesn't have it. You know, nobody wants to have COVID, but that's where he is, right? COVID. He has COVID.
He doesn't have COVID. He was just had a little cough. He just wanted to play safe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He told me his test came back negative, but he was like, I'm gonna just take 2-3 days to get himself back.
With it. I'm with it. And yes, the MVP, Most valuable Potter.
Most valuable Potter.
That's
2
common.
dozen Meeze. But hold on. 7 or better.
7 or better.
7 or
7 or better me.
Gentlemen, how are we? How was Thanksgiving?
Another day for me.
Yo,
I wanted it to be another day. I'm not going to lie.
why wasn't for you?
I ain't really feel the family aspect of the
You moved.
holidays, huh?
You moved.
You're away
No,
from
no,
your
no,
family.
not with my mother, not with my sister, not with the family that's still here. It's just the overall dynamic of my family. I just felt like, family goes through them little rough patches and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, I got a cousin that's like my brother.
Yeah.
We ain't seeing eye to eye, and I felt it, and I didn't want to go to Thanksgiving because I knew I was gonna feel that, and I
Yeah.
did feel it when it was there. But it is what it is. But I'd rather had just relaxed. I'd rather had just relaxed, and it's crazy. The older you get, the more you just want every day that you don't gotta get to the bag. Every day you don't have to. You are different because y'all get to the bag on holidays.
I get it though. I just want my couch.
That's it, brother. That's
I just
it.
want my couch just for the
That's
day.
it.
Give me the couch.
Absolutely.
I feel like. Oh, go ahead. No.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. That's all I was saying. Just it was good though. Food was good. Got another plate at the crib. I'm somebody that eats. I eat leftovers for a week. I'm sorry.
Say,
Call
bro,
me.
it's Sunday.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm busting leftovers down for a week. I don't care. Friendsgiving. That food just went out the refrigerator.
Just went out.
my God.
The wait
That's wild.
that Wednesday because it was like Thanksgiving. So Friendsgiving was on Saturday. I was busting
Like
down.
you eating through the mold.
I
and
was
shit.
I'm old. Fuck out of here. That food was still 100. So I'm that kind of guy. But Thanksgiving for me was well. How about you?
For me, I feel like hold on, it was a little chill. Throat dry as fuck. Pause.
Paul, average those one. His average
bro.
get up. His average getting up. His average getting up.
Whoa.
You about to become Russell Westbrook.
Yo, bro.
You about to become Russell Westbrook turnovers of the podcast.
Valuable pauser. Wait.
Most valuable pauser. It's insane.
Oh my God,
Most
bro.
valuable pause. Nah, bro. For me, Thanksgiving was chill, man. Like I don't really got a big family. Like majority of my family lived down south, so it was pretty much just like my pops, my moms, and like not even my uncles came over. It was just
Jeez.
us. Yeah, it was super small. And like my mom's be pissed because she be cooking mad fucking food, but it's
Right.
just us. I'm not the nigga to eat leftovers the next day. I'm sorry.
What?
You don't eat leftovers the next day?
Hey yo, I
I
might.
ain't gonna hold you, bro.
All
I
right,
hate
so
people
I-
like you. I hate people.
So
that
I eat leftovers too long. He don't eat leftovers at all. Is an issue here? Is an issue here?
Next day we need a new plate, bro. Something else, something new.
I hate them type of spoiled people.
Oh my god.
That's spoiled, bro. That's OD spoiled.
Yeah.
You don't eat leftovers?
I might fuck with a little bit of the mac for lunch, but for dinner
You the nigga that make the turkey sandwiches the next
Yeah,
day.
yeah. For dinner I need a new meat.
Can you cook?
Yeah, I might. I think I might.
I hate people that don't eat leftovers, bro.
You don't, bro?
That really bothers me.
I
And they're
love
always the ones
leftovers.
too that be like, yeah, I want to take mine to go. For what?
Leftovers
You're never gonna eat it.
Leftovers remind me the second day of a haircut. You know how you feel like the haircut better on the second, like it's fresh
Some people
as fuck.
say that. Some people
Bro,
say
the
that.
next day haircut for some reason that shit be love for
The
me.
only shit I miss, my mom's used to take the turkey and make it into a soup.
Turkey
But
soup.
like this year she didn't even buy a turkey. She bought like wings and shit.
I don't like turkey. I don't like turkey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Turkey's
Little,
slapping. Depending on how you do it. Turkey's slapping.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends on who do it. Like you gotta,
yeah.
if that shit not.
Yo, I heard Meek's turkey was so good. He was like, yo, bro, I'm making a turkey this week when I get back. I was like, all right. He was
He really a chef. Yo,
yeah,
Meek's really a chef.
Nah, like, known talent from Meeks. If you know him, that boy can cook. I ain't gonna hold you. Meeks can cook. He just don't. He don't have the time. But he like, yo, when he gets in the kitchen, I told him like, yo, I want a plate. You ain't cooked in a while. Yo, he made a tofurkey because he was pescatarian for a while, for like almost a decade.
Yeah.
He ain't eat no meat. So one year he made a tofurkey, a tofu
Tofurkey.
turkey.
That shit
Sounds
tastes,
disgusting.
Nah, I would try it. I'm open to always
Man.
trying vegan stuff.
Slapping. Couldn't even tell it was tofu. Yeah, he did his thing with that.
That's lit.
I ain't had it since, but
What did he say 2 episodes ago? Don't go in there basic next time. Me, my nigga.
yeah, bro.
Yo, I didn't catch that till after rewatching the pod. He said my
He's the
dad
only one
was
that go there
basic.
alive. He the only one that go that shit.
Yeah, bro.
He said,
Said,
you
don't go.
asked me, my
He
nigga.
said, don't go next time we go in there. Basic ass me. Nigga, the
bro.
guava salmon's out. I ain't to my basic ass.
Yo,
My
bro.
basic
Can't
ass
get
like
that
that
shit.
guava salmon.
Yo, Meeze can cook, bro. And his presentation game crazy. He used to post it on the gram back in the day. He used to post his little pictures of what he would cook that night on the gram, and I'd be like, even if it doesn't taste good, it looks good.
How was Thanksgiving for you?
Another day. I worked. Worked the football.
Look at your client want to
What
get into it. Look at your client want to get
Speak on
into
it.
it.
Yo, me as like a fellow client, I couldn't get a haircut on Thanksgiving.
Why?
I had to wait.
Why'd you have to wait? I had time.
Shit.
I would. Matter of fact, I didn't have time, but I would have made time.
Oh, it was booked the fuck up, huh?
Yeah, I really would. Nah, get into it. I see it's heavy on your chest.
You want to have a segment where you just vent to Meeze
Let's
about
hear it.
why you couldn't look fresh on Thanksgiving?
Tell me
bro.
about why you weren't fresh
I
on
had,
Thanksgiving.
I had to look bummy around my mom's, my pops, sitting at the dinner table, all scruffy, beard all fucked up, because I just couldn't.
There's an A word coming up, an AF word.
Was this no. I couldn't pay. I couldn't pay. Not a Ford. Not a Ford. I couldn't pay. What was it? 150 lurks?
No,
What was it?
it was 75 on Wednesday.
It was 75 on
No, he
Wednesday.
said on
No,
Thursday.
on Thursday. How much?
Oh, last minute.
Yes.
Oh,
the
that's-
day
Oh,
of.
the day of.
day
The
of
day of,
The
Thanksgiving.
day of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be with my family, right? I didn't want to be with my kids.
Very, very valid. Very
Right?
valid. Very valid.
Check us out. You work on a holiday. What you get? Time and a half?
Time and a half.
Yeah.
Time and a half. Okay.
So shit. If we're going by that, shouldn't the cut have been 75?
That was the day before.
The day before.
But the day of is time and a half. The day before is normal.
So like the day before.
Oh
it's
no,
like,
y'all don't do normal because y'all know everybody they gonna book
Yeah.
the day.
gonna-
Y'all
book
gonna
the
wait
day.
to the last minute.
Yeah.
So you waited to the last minute. You get taxed.
You get taxed.
You get
yeah.
taxed.
It was a 150.
It was 150
150
on
It was
Thursdays,
150?
and it was 75 on Wednesdays.
Jeez.
Friday went back to normal.
Nigga, I didn't know that. I was trying to book in advance. I was trying to set my shit up for Friday morning. First
I
thing-
wasn't coming in at 7
That
a.m.
was the
Friday
first thing
morning.
they said.
Yeah, I pushed everything back to 12.
Like they don't got no Black Friday prices.
Yo, the weed man, I'm not gonna say who he is, but we went to high school with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He said, I got him for 25 all week.
I'm trying.
I said, give me 3, guys.
So nigga had to sell. Everything must go.
all this Bally must go. Like,
Wednesday, AJ, ask me what time I went to work on Wednesday. 7 a.m. Now ask me what time I left. 11. Ask me how many breaks I had.
Jesus.
Not one.
Jesus. No turkey sub. Wawa got some.
I ain't have nothing.
You should have asked me, God.
I didn't need to. I was too busy getting to the bag. That's all I worried about that day. Thursday, I woke up and I had about 5 or 6 people on my schedule. And I went down here and I cut 5 or 6 people for 150.
So like
150.
when you
And my last one, father and son. I cut an 11-year-old
how much?
for 150. And you know what they did? You know what they did? They tipped me an extra $100.
I can't. Bro, that's the price of a PlayStation for 2 years. Niggas paid for the whole PS5 to Meeze, God.
Oh my god.
One client gave Meeze a PS5.
What time was it?
Damn. Yeah, for the
What?
little one.
Done with when you were done.
I finished here around 3 o'clock.
That's not bad.
I chilled. I was chilling.
Warming up. Ooh,
That's lit. And then the
I didn't
next
care.
week,
I honestly didn't care.
But he didn't have any energy. Like, that's why I applaud about y'all at Meet the Barber. Because we look at that and we say, okay, the fool was slapping at 3. He got there in time for the Cowboys to take an L. My bad, I'm a little hurt. My bad the way I said that, I'm a little hurt. But he worked 7 to 11 the day before.
7 to 11, bro.
So he had no energy. So by the time he got home for the plate, he's like, yo, I'm eating this and I'm going to bed. I have to be back here on Friday
How about
and Saturday.
You didn't get till 12 though. That's why I respected 12.
how about
Still not
Wednesday?
enough.
Wednesday's the biggest party night of the year. I like to go out.
Oh, people, that is a thing. Everyone has.
No, that's the thing. That's the
That's
best
the
night
thing.
to
Everybody
go
has
out.
to-
Biggest
bar.
night of the year to go out. I couldn't go out. I didn't get out of here at 11. By the time I left here, went
too
home,
tired to
showered,
wanna
and
go
got
out.
ready to go out, it was 12 to 12:30.
I was wondering why
too
Meeks ain't
tired.
hit me. God,
Bro, we were dead tired.
I was looking forward to going out that night.
I forgot. I had house calls.
You ditched me.
Oh, after that,
I had house calls.
what's Thanksgiving house calls? first?
Shit.
300.
Jeez.
300.
Jeez.
That's $50 more. I charge
But
$250.
if they got a house call, that 389.
I charge $250 per person in a house call. Sometimes you go to house calls, 6 people in there.
You give like bundles.
No.
Surprise, bro.
It's just
And
each
it's
300.
flat rate, by the way. It's not. Yeah, I'm just getting the shape up. I'm just getting my mustache trim. Oh yeah, now $250.
That's mean, God. So like, after having like that great fucking Thanksgiving, even though you work your ass off, like after Thanksgiving you get to chill
No.
this week.
No, he
Still gonna
came
be
back
busy.
on Friday.
Damn.
Came back on Friday and did Saturday.
I would have canceled niggas. Like I'm tired.
I definitely did a half a day on. That's why we hooped on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I left early. I left around 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm done. I don't even want to. I blocked my schedule out so nobody could even book for the rest of the night. But I did need a break. But I'm back in here Tuesday. I'm back to it.
I got you.
Back to work,
Slut.
man.
I'm glad we enjoyed our Thanksgiving. But fellas, let's get into the topics. We kind of alluded to, based on the conversation we started off, we kind of alluded to some of the things we wanted to talk about. That Summer Walker. That Summer Walker is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Pushed a couple buttons.
That's pretty interesting. Like,
It's a lot going on there too.
yeah.
Yeah, where you can get through it.
So she moved on, right? Rightfully so.
That was kind of quick though. Nah.
Was it?
Us as like
We're gonna
fans or
right. We're about to
whatever
give a
they
man's
call us.
perspective. We not on no like other shit. We got to give a
You
man.
look at
perspective
it
on this shit.
like out of nowhere she got this dude name tatted Larry with one R.
Larry.
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 She got Larry tatted.
You gotta call that nigga Larry.
Larry.
You gotta call that nigga Larry.
The salt.
But she was just like real public on like social media as far as with London.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like it's like that's kind of fast, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I've been telling people social media relationship is not the way to go. Private life is the best way to keep it, bro. Because
Very
when
true.
You put it out there, bro. People are waiting for the demise. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing.
Absolutely.
Keep it out my way, bro.
Absolutely. And I feel, I mean, I'm not no gossipy person. I don't follow none of these niggas' lives. None of that. I don't really know what's going on. But it sounds like they were over. It sounds like they breakup happened before the album. So you feel me? So maybe it's been some months, but it stumbles upon a good conversation. Like what is too soon? Is there even a time limit? Because I know me and Meeze are completely different, based on podcast conversations. Like Meeze has openly said he knows he can move on without somebody.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying, Meeze?
Yep.
Meeze has openly said that. Me, on the other hand, I'm the nigga that's in the emails. I'm the nigga that's gonna do a text react. Me, you know what I'm saying?
Toxic hat.
Toxic hat is in the building when that time comes. Is there really? I don't think there's really a time limit. It all depends.
Nobody
get
can tell you
over
how you
somebody?
heal. Nobody can tell you how you heal. There is no time limit, and there's no way you can tell me how to heal from a relationship. You can't tell me, oh, you need to wait 3 months, oh, you need to wait 2 weeks.
No time limit.
I'm in them DMs tomorrow.
So you
I'm back outside tomorrow.
so all right.
That's some real nigga shit.
That is. But you're not
That's
gonna
real nigga
feel some
shit.
type of way that your ex might 2 weeks later pop up with a dude.
I am a grown man. That woman deserves the world like I deserve the world. So if she feels like in 2 weeks she found the world, I applaud it. I hope he does more than what I did. I hope he's there for you emotionally, mentally, physically. I hope he provides everything that I couldn't do. Because my next one, I'm doing that for her. I'm Gucci.
He just dropped the bar.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best not to. I'm also recovering from toxic hat as this season has it transpired.
I ain't even gonna string you along.
So I'm
I
trying
ain't
to
even
figure
gonna
out.
act
I'm
like we
trying
about
to
to keep
figure
this
out
going.
ways to converse this without getting too crazy.
Nah, speak on it.
Is it too soon to move on? I would say it all really depends on the person.
Yeah.
It literally depends on the individual, and it depends on what y'all went through, right? Because
Nah, that don't even know.
because the reason why is because if someone was to ask me, did I move on?
Yeah.
I'm saying because it's kind of new still. It's within 2 months, 2-3 months, somewhere around there. If someone was to ask me that, I would say I think so. But
Even though you
no,
get
it's
it.
not even that I know. It's I'm still unsure. You feel me? Because you still get them random times that you think about the person. You get them random times
That's
that you
a
be like
fact.
that you're sitting at home and you're bored, and it's like, yo, what is that person doing? And then you even have the times we're not going to get into it that the person hits you up to tell you to come over for Thanksgiving, but we is not.
You hid that from me?
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
You got the random. My mom said, "Do you want a plate?"
My mom said that.
Right now, you
mom
looking at the
said
phone
that.
like, man.
Yeah,
now I'm looking
No,
at the
I
phone
want a
like,
plate.
Now I'm looking at the phone like, yo, Brad, we on Call of Duty tonight. I gotta get my mind off this shit.
You know I miss Sandy cooking.
Like, yeah, oh damn, grandma making the mac this year.
She making it?
You start calling everybody by their name and shit.
Should I pull up with the X4 or should I bring the Jetta like old times?
Yo, they ain't see the X4 yet.
Oh
Should
yeah,
I pull up to the X4?
I'm pulling up an X4.
So it's hard. So it's hard to give a time frame.
Wow, I did not know that.
I've been hiding a
comedy.
lot from my niggas, guy.
I like that. I like that. He
I've
say
been
that for
hiding
the
a lot from
pod.
my niggas, guy. We
saved
going
it for
into
the
a
pod.
new year, guy. I gotta stop.
Yo, that's hilarious.
That's comedy, son.
So yeah, you get those random. You get them. AJ over there.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you though. It was harder. Like my era when I was younger, it was harder to move on because we had Facebook, but you know, Instagram. Yo, what Instagram? The devil. Bro, it's easy to move on now. It's not even to move on. It's just easy to facade the pain. It's easy to hide it. You know, I'll line up 7 dates, even though I want to be with the one. You know, like you can hide it and you can mask it. All right, cool. Now it's Sunday and I'm lonely. All right, bet. Well, Wednesday, what you doing? Pull up on Sunday. You know, hey, your Wednesday, John, pull up on Sunday.
Post a little boomerang.
No,
No?
no. What would I post a boomerang for?
Because you're making it seem like you living life. You moved on.
No, that's not. Yo, y'all follow? Y'all see my Instagram?
Yeah, it's
Y'all don't see nothing.
There's nothing on there.
Yeah, no.
Nothing on there.
I think the other day you posted your son was the most that I've ever seen you post.
Yeah,
ever.
that's right. My little man turned 9.
Oh, that's what it was. You didn't
Yeah.
say happy birthday. I assumed that's what it was.
Yeah, my
happy
little
birthday
man
to baby
turned-
Meeze. You heard?
Yeah, my man Boosie, my young boy Asante turned 9. Man, I went through a little emotional peak. Like, yo,
I seen. I'm like,
that
it's
was
the
my
only time I
man,
ever
man.
seen Meeze post. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's my oldest one, man. We went through a lot together, man. It brought me back. I just looking through all the pictures and all the times we spent, and it was just like I sent him the collage of everything I had, and it was just like seeing him like, yo, I remember that, and I remember this, and I'm like, yeah.
He at the age where he
That's
can
fire.
remember.
He
Where
remembers
where he
everything,
can
bro.
he can verbally tell you
Yeah.
things that he's
Side
remember.
note, is that like a thing like to keep the A within your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
keep the what?
All right, so hey,
Oh, okay.
all the so after my father's kids, like my father's brothers and sisters, all of the boys have A names.
Yeah.
So it's Armand, it's Andre, Alex. We got a bunch of other ones that like everybody that had a boy in our family, their boy's name began with A. So we all just keep the tradition.
Keep it going. That's dope.
got
That's
you.
dope.
That's
Yep.
super dope.
But yeah, there's no timetable on moving on, man. Nobody can tell you how to heal.
So that, if you don't mind, how was that for you? Since we're on the conversation of your son, like, because Summer Walker has a kid by London now.
Yeah.
Like, how hard is it to move on with somebody? Because we don't have kids,
Oh,
right?
when you have a kid.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
My
'Cause-
first one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you had to move on from the mom
Yeah.
eventually. How was that tough?
Yeah, that was
the
tough.
kid with a kid involved.
Yeah, that one, I'm not gonna hold you. That was tough, but it was tough because I was young.
So you
and I
saying
was
Summer more?
immature.
You saying Summer more thorough than you then?
How old is she?
She's our age, bro.
Summer's
She
like 26, 27.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
Yeah, she
She a little more thorough.
not even more thorough. It's
I'm
just
just
that
fucking with you, I'm fucking with
girls
you.
mature faster than guys. So like when
Bruh.
yeah.
Bruh.
I was at, like, I look back at it and I'm like, yo, I'm telling everybody, oh, it's her.
Right.
But older me is like, it was a lot of you, bro.
Bro,
It was a lot of you.
Let's talk about, bro. Recently, I love talking to y'all because recently I'm talking to one of my friends, and I said that to her. I'm like, yo, one thing that was super real growing up that we don't realize is that women mature way faster than dudes, and it always revolves around why they date older dudes though. It's because the 25-year-old woman is really like the 28 or 29 or even 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
The 25-year-old man is really the age of like a 21-year-old mentally wise of the woman.
30 is when I hit my peak. Is when I really grew up.
Right.
Was
After,
able
and
to,
then after a certain time, we're all.
But
and I feel like
yes and no, because
right.
certain people, like everybody matures at a different time. It just so happened I was fortunate enough to mature at 30. I wasn't doing the things that I did when I was 28, 27. I was a demon, bruh. I was a demon. And it's like when I hit 30, it was just like, yo, I just kept telling myself I can't act how I acted in my 20s and my 30s. Something has to change. And that's when I was just like, I ain't going out no more. I ain't doing this. Now, when I hit 30, I probably said to myself, I'm only going out, like really going out, probably 4 times a year. And that's why nobody really sees me, because I stopped being on the scene. Before that, me and Meeks was everywhere.
Yeah.
You saw him, you saw me, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
And then once I hit like 30, it was just like, I need to slow my life
down.
down. I need to be, I'll be the first to tell you, I was not the greatest father when my son was young. I was good for, it's a party night, and it's my day to have my kid. I'm dropping him to my sister. I'm dropping him to my mom. I'll be back tomorrow morning to get him. Because I knew I was sliding with something that night. So I would just be back at my sister's house, and my mom has like 10 a.m. And me and my sister lived in the same complex at the time. So once I hit 30, it was really like around 29, 30, I was just like, yo, nah, I gotta really be a dad. And now I'm all in. Now it's like,
Plus now he's older, he can see that.
yeah, bro. I put myself on the PTA. I was so far.
When you had to move on, did you ever when you had to move on, did you ever question yourself like, should I move on for the sake of my son? Like, should my son have a household where his mom and dad are this and that? Like, was that tough for you? Because I would contemplate. As of right now, I would think I would contemplate that. But because I would want my kid to grow up in a family where it's that stable. You know what I'm saying?
That, especially me
that.
coming from that. So
Right,
I already feel
asked you.
like for me personally, I'm already in my mind. I'm already always going to be, second greatest dad next to my father, because I knew no matter what, every night I was waking up, my parents were there in the morning. We had a family. I always had my mom and dad in the house. So I was already in my mind like, I can't give that to my son. So I'm already second to that. And when he was first born, me and her weren't together. But I was like, yo, most people do this when their kid is born. Let's try and make it work. And we tried to make it work, and we just aren't compatible. I got a lot of, me and her, my baby mom clash a lot, but I got a lot of love for her. There's no ill feelings towards her because she has my son. I know if anything happened to her, he would be destroyed, and I got to clean up those pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's a lot of pieces to clean up. So I still got a lot of love from a baby mom. I would never, we're way beyond, ever being anything again, and our lives are just two different places. But I definitely want the best for her, you know?
Yeah.
Who do you think was harder to move on? Because in my situation, I mean, we've all have exes, right? So, in my situation, I feel like it was hard for both of us to move on. You feel me?
Yeah.
In your situation, who was harder to move on, the male or the female? Or did you even know?
Yeah, I didn't ask.
Yeah.
I know for sure mine. If you hit me up on Thanksgiving, then it's you. It's hard for.
But her family loves me still.
Huh?
My first baby mother's family loves me. Like my Sante's mom's family, they love me to death.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where her mind was. I got a lot of love for her family too. I still see her mom and say, "Hey, mom, this and that." Like, we're tied in.
But I guess like where he's going, he's saying, is it harder? Did you see her as a woman moving on quicker than yourself moving on, or
No, because we facaded everything. She would go out on dates, and I would go out on dates.
It's a gender. It's not a gender thing. It's
it's
more.
not?
Hell no, it's
Okay.
not a gender thing. Most of the time, it's about who's the herded party.
And I didn't want to know what she was
Most of
doing.
the time, it's about who's the herded party.
you don't think it's equal?
It's equal because all right. So let's put it in perspective as men,
Yeah.
right? We've all done ain't shit, nigga shit.
Yeah.
So as the man, right? the woman, it's hard for the woman to move on because she's the hurted party. But they don't realize that it's hard for us to move on because now, even though we hurt you, we still miss you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 line.
It's harder for us to move on.
And I
It's
feel
harder,
like
it's
harder
because
for us
a
to
lot
move
of times the men are the aggressors.
Women tolerate a lot from us.
yes.
True. I can't.
You feel me?
You feel
No,
me?
no,
I
no,
can, I
no,
can
no,
keep
no.
it,
bro.
keep it a stack 100%.
We will get caught dealing with 7 women, and she'll eat that. She'll
Jesus.
eat that,
Text messages. Eat it.
and we'll just hear that she said hi to one guy and smiled a little too hard, and we're ready to light the house on fire.
Jay-Z sing a song for him? No, I'm just fucking with the girls. I was gonna get right back.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with them girls. I'm gonna
Damn,
get
that's
right
a
back.
toxic ass line, and I never realized what he said.
Yeah,
God.
I'm just fucking with them girls. We gonna get right back.
What? What?
Say, you don't get a nigga back like that.
You don't get a nigga back like that.
What? Yo, we ain't shit. Like we episode 11 season 1 for the share about men ain't shit.
Yeah, bro, it's bad. It's bad, and we're super jealous. I hate how jealous we get, bro. Like, come on, bro. You just got caught dealing with 7 girls, and you mad because she conversed with one? Now she's a whore? Like what? That made her a
That
whore?
shit hit different though, bro.
That shit hit
That
nasty.
shit hit like
That nigga London not sleeping well at night. I'm gonna fuck what he say. He ain't sleeping well at night. No man would sleep well at night, brother.
Man,
Ain't no man sleeping well at night.
that shit hit different.
it definitely hit different, but bro, like, I definitely think it's harder for the guy.
I haven't got to the level where I've seen Shorty with another nigga though, so I'm gonna hold my
You
preference.
ain't got to your song cry yet.
I ain't get there
I ain't
yet.
get to
Like
my song,
I ain't get there yet. Whatever's happening behind closed doors, I ain't see that shit.
Yeah. That was one thing too. Like,
Yeah.
if my son's mother was like on a date or whatever, and I remember one time I went out with this girl and she was like, "Yeah, I saw her." Like the whole ride, we going to the restaurant. She just like bringing up my son's mother, and I'm looking like, "Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I turn dates around for less. You keep bringing up my son's mother. This date is over." And she was just like, "Oh well," and then said one more thing and hit that left. You gotta go. I sent her home. You're not
Yeah.
gonna keep disrespecting her at the end of the day. That's still my son's mother. I don't care what you feel about her.
You make me want to have a kid.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Meeze are getting that
Yo,
bag,
bro, like I went through a lot, yo. I went through a lot with just relationships and everything. That's why I didn't keep a lot of girlfriends. I didn't have a lot of girlfriends.
Nah, I got you.
I only had probably like 4.
Have you bought?
Gotcha.
Do you feel like? Do you feel like you brought your past trauma into your current relationship, or you exit all that out?
I'm older now, so I got rid of a lot of past trauma. You know,
like-
plus, but I went through a lot of trauma, like
trauma's like it's underlooked, it's overlooked. Excuse me.
See, it's harder for me to get over things too, though, because putting it out there, I lost a girlfriend at a young age. I was like mad. Me and my girl were like really at the peak, like really in love. This is senior year in high school, like, and unfortunately, we was in a car accident together where she had passed away. So that hurt. That depression, that pill popping I did around that time. I had to have several surgeries on my hand, and I was a mess mentally, emotionally, physically. I was in a bad place, a real bad place, and it took me a very long time to get out of that dark place. But once I got out of it, I realized I can conquer and take on anything, and I can walk away from anything. So that's why I keep telling you, like, remember earlier in the pods, I kept saying, like, yo, like, once you get out of a dark spot, that's when you feel like you can walk away from everything. He was like, yeah, I feel like I can, this and that. And I'm like, nah, bro. I lost my everything.
Right.
Growing up now, being an older man, I'm looking like that relationship might not even lasted another week. We don't know. We were so young and immature. We don't know where that would have went.
Right.
But you can't tell me that. You can't tell me that wasn't my baby. You can't tell me we wasn't going to spend our lives together. I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to see that hand play out. But I got through that. So once I got through that, it was like, I can take on anything now.
It's tough, bro. It's tough being a man, and like we said, it's tough being a man. Like we said a couple episodes ago, all tears matter. But the trauma that we bring into I'm happy you can I'm happy that you could get past your trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a real traumatic experience.
I'm telling you, bro, it took me a decade.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's wild.
That's tough. Because what I was about to say, that's why I had to, preference myself before saying it, because I definitely wanted to applaud you on that, because that's tough to really get through that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even, especially at a young age. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're still growing up to be, you were at that time growing up to be the man you had to become, right? But what I'm saying is like, for example, that's why I'm taking some time out by myself right now. You feel me? It's because it's like, I don't want to bring past trauma into a new relationship, because everyone does it.
But my question is, your time that you're taking out, is it really time that you're taking out?
What you mean?
Are you dealing with anybody? Are you talking to any females?
Not really.
Not really, and no is two different things.
So what do you think needs to be done when you want to take time
Solidarity.
out for yourself?
A moment of solidarity. I told you, right before I turned 30, no going out, no answering the phone. I was by myself. For at least 5 to 6 months, I would go home, I would work, I would take care of my son, I would really tap into him. And I was just really like focusing on myself and my goals and putting my ducks in a row for what I wanted for myself to go into the next decade, making goals, deadlines for these goals, setting new ones. What age do I want to tap into this investment and that investment? Oh, what's going on in the world? What's going on in your mind, Meeze? Really learning me, because I don't want this stigma that I'm a bad guy or I'm a dickhead or whatever lingering with me forever. And it will, because I just like to joke. But outside of that, it's like there's got to be, at some point, there has to be some type of mature talk. I wasn't like this way of talking as a grown man my whole life. Like, this came in the last couple years because I took that moment of solidarity to just learn me. Now after that, it's like, all right, now that I'm been by myself for a little bit, let me start dating again. Let me start entertaining females and this and that. And then towards like the end, it was just like, yo, I felt bad when I was doing somebody wrong. Whereas in my 20s, I was like, man, forget her. I'll deal with her friend. It was just like the mind state was different. I just feel like I grew up in certain aspects. And I really care about people now. I didn't care about nobody before. I was heartless. I was known for being. Why are you so heartless? Why are you such a dick? And now it's like, yo, I really be caring like what's going on.
I get what you mean now. I misunderstood what you were saying. Like, you're talking when you asked, am I dealing with anybody, like dates? Yeah. But when you said dealing, I thought you was referring to like in a full blown.
Nah, dates, everything. Cut it all off. And who is Glenn? Who's really Glenn? All right, we know Faded had, we know Downhill had, we know Frat Glenn, but who is Glenn Haddad from like the real Glenn? Who is Daryl Bradwell? We go through all these nicknames on the pod, but then it goes, but who are you as a man, as a person? What are you really into? Truly.
I feel like I never really got the opportunity to even like experience that, even like from previous relationships.
Yeah.
And I think that shapes. It does something towards your future when you keep going.
But you know what it is too? Also, like, I think Glenn is going to hit this point faster than you will.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because of living situations.
All right.
I went through solidarity because I was alone. I was in my house by myself. I didn't have somebody else living with me that could really, tap in. And even when I did at the time, my roommate was never there. For a while, he had a girlfriend in New York, and he was gone 5 days out the week. So I really had 5 days to just be like, you living by yourself, Glenn, when you actually take the time out and be like, I'm cutting off the world to really learn Glenn, it's going to be an easier process. It's going to be a faster process because you don't have anybody in your house. It's you, your laptops, and your TV.
So what do you do?
Look at horny man.
Yeah.
Look at horny man. I knew it.
Oh my
God. Look at horny man.
That's who was going.
I did not.
Scuba Steve was going to
Yo,
show
bro. Yo, can I tell you?
We were so serious. We were so serious, and we was having a good ass convo. And he's like, "What?" When he didn't.
Yo, bro.
When he
I was trying now.
I said, "Okay, horny man."
My nigga,
and that's for you really being his friend. That's you really being his friend, because I didn't think he was going
yes,
there.
he going there.
I thought he was going to talk about like when you're bored.
Shit, when you want to go to Pound Town.
Bro, what are you gonna do when the lotion run out? You get what I'm saying? like
I really love this nigga.
Yo, I didn't think he was going there. We were so serious. And as soon as he said, yo, it was that brief silence. And he said,
I knew
so what do you do? And you picked it up immediately. I knew he was going there. I'm
He
like,
said, yo, he want to know what's going on.
like, my nigga, what do you do? Like, you gotta focus on yourself.
bro,
Back there
self-control.
Yo, bro,
You ain't got no self-control?
Are you perfect?
my nigga, you don't watch all the pornos.
Yo, real quick, pervert is a nasty word.
That's wild. Yeah.
But it fits you right now.
Like now you single, you see some fat shit. You like, damn, I think I got a chance to like.
You ain't got no self-control?
What happens when you in the crib sipping
No.
Mama Wana alone? Like, when you sipping Mama
What happens when you accidentally thought you popped bubble gum, but it was really Blue Chew?
Oh my God, bro, you're fucking. We were so serious, and then I'm like, hold on, he about to say some bullshit. Because people who listen to podcast be like, yo, Brad be blowing my shit. Like,
Yo, for real, bro.
Yo.
That's his new name too. We forgot that Blue Chew Brad.
Blue Chew, bro.
That's wild.
BCB.
That's nuts.
BCB is his new name. BCB. Blue Chew Brad.
I got Instagram ads.
Yo.
From Blue Chew. They
Yo,
want-
he said that shit. He said that shit.
Blue Chew Brad back again.
he had the Instagram open. They said, yo, they asked you to try the shit for a month, right?
We've heard you try the Blue Chew,
The free trial, right?
but have you tried the Red Chew? Like, what, bro? What am I in the Matrix?
What the fuck, Brad?
God,
I mean, I get where he coming from. Like, it was funny because it was Brad. It's funny because it's Brad. Like, let's be perfect. But I understand what he's coming, where he's coming through with that. Like, where he's getting to, like, what do you do? And it's like, but I also understand Meeze's aspect. It's like, yo, sometimes you just gotta cut the world off.
and
Like,
I think Meeze is also showing like you're way too busy because you're focusing on those goals and
Yeah,
those
bro.
investments.
You're
to
not even worried
think
about being on horny
vagina
time.
and shit. You get what I'm saying? But
you not even, and Meeze basically saying you're not even worrying about being on horny time at that point because
Yeah.
you just got so much going on.
Like, have y'all ever been at that point where y'all are so backed up with work and everything else? You're like, I ain't had sex in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
It gets like that, bro.
Yeah.
You get that caught up in life. You're like, whoa, it's been a little drought.
been a minute. I get you because
be
you
like
you
that,
focused in on what you want.
it be
Yo,
like
bro,
that.
you
It was
work
like that
so
for me right
hard.
after the breakup.
You work so hard, and then by the time you get off, you like, I just want my bed. I want a shower. I want a nice, long, hot shower, and I just want to go to sleep because I know I got to be up here at 6. Yo, you got to think, bro. Also, like, I've been playing in basketball leagues my entire adulthood. So at one point in my life, I was cutting 5 days a week. I mean, not 5, 7 days a week.
Okay.
And I remember one summer, I was cutting 6 days a week, and I had 4 basketball leagues and 2 flag football leagues. Now, you know from playing sports, after that game,
Tired. You don't want
I
to do
want
shit.
my bed. I am sore. I am tired. I'm icing. I'm on the couch. I'm icing. As soon as I'm done icing, I'm in that shower, and I'm going to sleep. I will see y'all tomorrow.
Right.
My life was too backed up. And I had my kid. So my off time, I'm chilling with him. Like,
Right.
in between time, I have my son. I'm in leagues, and I'm working. I was too busy.
Gotcha.
I have a question about being a father because I'm a fan of the baby, right?
Yeah.
Duh, baby.
The baby.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Not little baby. Speaking of, I was about to bring up sons, but did y'all just a side note? There was a video going around of little baby son on stage with where he iced
Yeah.
out. I'm like, yo, this little nigga a rapper already. God.
Already got-
I wish I could see the video, bro. He looking at the crowd, shaking heads. He like, he
Yeah,
doing
bro.
a little head nod. Like, but
That's funny.
this morning this morning I was I couldn't sleep this morning, so I seen this post of the baby, and he's speaking about the kid, the whole Danny Lay situation.
Yeah.
And I was about to ask you, like, did you see what transpired with that situation? Like, I didn't follow it, but I just saw the little things that people were talking
Going
about.
back
Did
and
you-
forth on
the
social
back and
media
forth
and
on
stuff.
social media and stuff. Did you see any of that? Like, how do you feel about putting your kid in the middle of your social media relationship? That's
Never.
because that's some wild shit.
Would never.
That's fucked to me.
Would never.
Like, that's some fuck shit to me.
Would
On
never.
both sides, the man and the female.
Would never.
You gotta mature up. You both gotta say, I don't give a fuck what y'all went through in a relationship. Y'all putting your kid at jeopardy now. Your kid gonna grow up one day. Like, people forget
He's
that
gonna
your
see
kid is gonna
those
grow up one day.
videos.
Yo, bruh.
That's
like
wild
I
to
told y'all, my social media, you see Funny memes.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
see sports memes.
Yep.
You see haircuts.
And haircuts.
So,
That's it.
If it was up to my social media, you'd be like, oh, this guy's a barber and he likes sports, and that there's nothing else to me. You wouldn't think I had kids. I barely post them. It's not for social media.
It's not.
You wouldn't believe half the stuff I go through in the course of a week. I bottle it. I deal with it. I go in my car. If I got to yell, I hit the steering wheel, you know. You do what
Yeah.
you got to do. But when I come out of there, I'm smiling. Stuff ain't for the world.
Absolutely.
That kids ain't for the world. Y'all are damaging the kids, putting them in the middle of that.
Yeah, and I'm just, and I'm not a parent, but I'm just like I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got beef, y'all got whatever going on. She talking about he still want to fuck his baby mom, shit like that. But it's like, yo, one day these kids are gonna read these tea leaves,
Yep.
and one day your kids are gonna understand. For example, like, you know, my dad laughed when I showed him my BMW because my dad always wanted an X5, right? So I got an X4. So when I showed, so my dad laughed and said to me, like, my mom's name is Electra. He like, I always told Electra you was gonna grow up one day. And that speaks to whatever issues they had as parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what transpired because I stayed in the kid's place. But
And that's a big problem that people have nowadays, keeping a kid in the kid's place.
yeah, and I say that to say, like, he said that jokingly to me at the age of damn near 30, where I can understand my own relationship stuff. You get what I'm saying? I can understand my own relationships. I know what's going on. You feel me? So with that being said, like I said, one day those kids are gonna grow up and read these tea leaves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like I said, I don't really pay attention to people's drama, but when it's posted, like, I had women, like, because of the podcast, I've had women reach out to me, you know, just talking to me about, you know, the baby conversation, like him calling her a side chick, and I
Real quick, just a side note, real quick, because I want to definitely get into all that. But since the podcast has a lot more random people out than y'all DM,
I got hella friends, bro.
Yeah.
yo, for real,
I
right?
got mad
Just
friends,
coming
bro.
to us with advice in life.
Yeah, I
and
got
everything.
mad friends, bro.
All right,
That's
I'm
why
just
we
making
gotta
sure
do
it
a
wasn't
live
just
show.
me.
That's why we gotta do a live show. I got
Yeah.
mad friends now, bro.
I'm just making sure it wasn't
cool.
just me. But all right, go back to Danny Lee.
So now shout out to all of y'all too, by the way. We definitely want to shout out to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all for. I love the feedback, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that
Facts.
next
Oh,
week
it's
because next
'cause
week
it
is our
helps
last
you.
episode.
Yeah,
We got the hooks going and everything next episode.
What's up?
It's
Turn
a
this-
party here next
I'll turn
week.
this into,
But so
Mama
we,
Wanna.
so nah, hell no, I'm not sitting next to this nigga. But
now I'm gonna make sure I get
We
big.
gotta get a
John.
bartender in here next week. But go on.
But I'm looking at it, and it's like she's talking. You know, he wanna keep fucking his baby mom. Da da da. But it's like that's your child's sibling's parent. You don't preference what you say about your child's sibling's parent.
'Cause
So
when
you're
hurt,
saying
you
he
don't
can't
care.
call her a side chick?
Both of them are in the wrong. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I said, I
Everyone's
don't
in
like
the
the
wrong.
gossipy shit, so I just look at what people send me and then I
Everyone's
go.
in the wrong.
Everyone's in the wrong. Everyone missed the mark there because there's a kid involved that's going
Yeah.
to read all of this one day.
Kids.
There's multiple kids. Now you may even breed resentment between the two kids because Danny Lay is talking some, oh, he still want to fuck his baby mom, da da da. And if he do, that's what he want to do. But now you bringing in his other kids, and now these other kids may have resentment to this baby because how you know what I'm saying? It gets into a bad spiral. And I don't have kids, right? I don't know exactly how that goes. I don't know how it feels to have a kid by somebody that don't want you. Because when he called her a side chick, I felt for her. I did feel for her, but at the end of the day, she is a side chick. Call a spade a spade.
A spade.
Call a spade a spade.
So
As a, absolutely.
what are the characteristics
Absolutely,
of
she's a side chick.
So what's the characteristics of a side chick?
You can do boyfriend-like things with your side chick.
You can?
Yes, nigga.
But
Because at the
so
end
who's
of
his
the
main chick?
his it's called cheating.
It's called
That's
cheating.
why it's called cheating. Who's his main chick? His main chick.
Is his
She told
baby
him
mom's.
based on Danny Lay. His main chick was his baby mom.
Yeah, and that's my thing. If he's
Damn.
not claiming her as his girl, if you're getting claimed as my girl, then you're my girl. If you're getting claimed as my baby mom, then you're my baby mom. There's a difference.
So we're going to take men's words on face value. Then that's what you're saying. We're going to take your words. I don't take men's words at face value.
Bro, if you're my girl, then you're my girl. And if I'm dealing with somebody else while you're my girl, then you're my side chick. Then that girl's my side chick that I'm dealing with on the side. But if you're my baby mother and I'm dealing with another person, bro, we're both free.
But like I said, I I like this conversation because we as men can speak about it. I don't really know the aspect of what's going on in
I
their
just hate the
personal
fact
lives.
I'm the only one on here with kids. Can y'all start?
Shit.
So the way I looked at it, the way I looked at that whole conversation, the way I looked at that whole exchange was based on what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
He treats his baby mother like his main girl.
But I'm pretty sure his baby mom is dealing
And
with
you
other
have
dudes.
to draw that line though.
So those other dudes are her side niggas
I
then,
don't
in
think
my
it's her
opinion.
Side dudes. I just feel like they.
Until
'cause-
you cut off the one that really got your heart, do you really have anything else?
Yes.
Until you truly cut off the one that got your heart, the one that you always run back to. Whenever there's an issue with your so-called main joints,
You know what?
Is she not your main joint technically?
You know what? Keeping it all the way a buck. I don't
No.
know. You know why? Because I never had that issue.
Right. That's
Okay.
what I right.
I've
And-
never had a girl I had to run back to.
Right. He runs
Okay.
back to her. So to me, if you're running back to her and you have all these years invested, 1 or 2 kids, I don't know how many kids they got or whatever, then technically, like, women got mad at me for saying it, but technically Danny Lake was a side chick, bruh.
I don't know, I
Technically,
just
she was
never-
a side chick. If that, in my eyes, if that's the case.
He knew that was gonna trigger her,
I don't
too.
care if he laid up in the bed looking like an R&B album like Meeze would say, kissing her and talking about I love you.
But
I
my
don't
thing
give a
is-
fuck about none of that because words don't mean shit.
He knew that was
Words can
gonna.
always just be said.
He knew that was gonna trigger her, and also it's like, from her perspective, all the things he's doing is not giving off. I'm a side piece.
Men do a lot of
Manipulating.
girlfriend-like things.
But
women.
do you?
But I feel like
But
you
it's
have to
the
draw
posting.
a line.
Like,
You
they
have to
posted.
draw that line.
Yeah, she's not a side chick, bro. They do
She,
too much
he
posting.
was posting it. You're
They,
not.
they both do
You're
too
not
much posting
putting
to be a
your
side
side
chick.
shit
You don't
on
put
there,
your side
bro.
chick on social media.
You're not putting
laid
that on
up with
so-
you. That's like when things
Exactly.
got nasty. They
She
post
dropped
that.
those videos.
Yeah, man, he didn't dispute them.
That
She dropped the
video would have
videos
been
during
off
the breakup.
immediately, nigga.
During the breakup, she could drop whatever she want right now. After he called, after you called me, if you call me a side nigga, it's on.
Yo, bro.
Bro,
if a
allowed-
woman called me a
Whoa.
side nigga, it's up. I'm releasing anything that made me
Bro,
not
bro,
feel
bro.
like a side nigga. It's
He-
up.
God,
Bro,
You one of
they
those?
were
up.
they were in videos
no,
together.
I'm not one of those. But if I'm one of him, if I'm him, yes, because that's his personality. My personality, I don't put my shit on social media. But if I'm a him, if I'm a that kind of nigga who puts my business on social media, if I put my business on social media, the minute you call me a side nigga, it's up for you. I'm
No.
posting everything that shows you I'm not
No.
a side
No,
nigga.
no.
Got me
But
chopped, but he's
also-
that type of
but
nigga.
look-
I'm not that type of nigga that I don't post anyway.
Also,
so I
she
would never
was-
do
Why do
that.
y'all care so much about the title?
But also, she was posting stuff
Look at
prior
you.
before
Look at
this.
you. Look at you. Look at you. That's what it comes down to. is the
It's
title.
not. It's not a title. It's not a.
If she
no.
didn't sit in my face and say, "Bro, you're my side nigga," I don't care. And even then, if she said that, I'm probably still gonna be like,
I'm okay with being a
I
side
don't
nigga.
care.
Let's be.
I
Let's
just
be
don't
clear.
Said
care
I'm
about
okay with
titles, bro. Titles is nasty, man.
I'm okay with being a side nigga. It's less responsibilities.
Nigga, y'all know we all been single at one point. Yo,
Nah, you know what was
we
nasty?
all been somebody's side nigga. Do not sit up here and tell me you haven't.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Come on,
But-
guys.
but-
Y'all know it was
But
easy.
they treat you like a piece of meat.
Nah, that.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, rock me.
It just.
Now, I got
rocks me.
something in my eye. I really do. I don't know if y'all seen. I've been bugging with my eye.
Oh, I thought it was that. I thought it was that.
Nah, something got on my contact.
For the people who don't know what we're talking about, Meeks just called us Virgil. How you say his last name?
Abloh.
Virgil Abloh, fashion pioneer, right?
Yeah.
Fashion pioneer for Off-White.
And Louis.
And
Louis.
Louis.
Yeah.
Open the door for that Louis
Opened the
shit.
door for a lot of other designers. Has passed away
Dang.
15 minutes ago. Yeah, that I can see why that would shock certain people. He is a pioneer. Like he's
Yeah,
a
he's a
pioneer
lot,
for
man.
a lot, bro. Where did he start off? He started off with
Ye.
Nike, no?
Started off with Ye, bro. Working
With
for
Ye.
that team, and then as his
Ye's assistant?
Yeah, bro. And then just branched off of that and did his own thing. They had like little situations where Ye felt jealous, etc. But point blank, that shit opened mad doors. Louis wasn't letting black people in.
Definitely wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
They were like yay in for a little bit, and then
That's it. They not letting him.
Virgil took his next level.
Yeah, took it up. Getting an
That's
actual
a
role.
lot.
Look,
That's
you see
wild.
people on Twitter right now change the fashion game in many ways.
Yeah, he went off. Off-White was my brand for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably until around the time he sold it.
That's wild. Like, so stuff like that. He passed away from cancer, right?
Yeah.
Celebrities
I like that.
celebrities keep this stuff very, very private, man.
Well, they're also
Nah, we knew he was sick for a while.
We did?
we did.
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know that.
We knew he was sick for a minute, right? Virgil.
I say he was battling cancer for years.
Yeah, for years. I, know
I didn't know he was
yeah.
sick. No, I didn't know
I didn't
Virgil
know
was
that,
sick.
bro.
You can see I don't know. I know the stuff. He had like discolorations in his skin from when he first was like on the scene to now. You could tell, and then they started talking about it like probably like 4 or 5 years ago that he was
Wow.
sick.
That's wild. And
He
you
battled
think
for a long time.
you also think like, you know, people have access to when you're at that level, they have access to the new.
Nah, there's a reason
But
why there's a
nah.
hashtag fuck cancer. You can't. It's no amount of money could get through cancer. No amount of money you got cancer. You got to just pray that
That you can fight through.
That you can fight through it. Like it's tough. Cancer is tough. Like that's why when
Death is tough.
Yeah, death period is tough. With cancer, that's why during Cancer Awareness Month, you always see the hashtags "fuck cancer" because it's really like there's no.
It's not a cure.
I don't know if there's not a cure. Like let me not give out false information. I don't know, but I do know that cancer is one of the leading causes of deaths. Look at Chad. I get why you said that they keep it under wraps because look at Chadwick Boseman. I didn't even know. Like he was giving us Black Panther.
We thought he was just losing weight for the role.
Yeah, we just thought he was losing weight. But yeah, that's damn.
That's crazy.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough from many different aspects. Like from many different aspects, when somebody like that passes away, our Black figures is gone. Our Black. I don't mean to sound so like numb to the pain, but we losing our Black. Like you know what I'm saying? Like between 2020 and 2021, like there's been young ones, there's been young Blacks. Prominent positions and prominent entertainment. Then there's been old ones. Older ones. I mean like Chad and Virgil. And I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody real big actually. Kobe. Right. I knew I was missing some. Nipsey, King Von, Dolph. We're like it's
DMX,
getting it's you know what I'm saying? You see,
DMX.
X. It's getting
Michael
Williams. It's getting tough. But I mean,
That's why it's so important for all of us to even just check in on each other's mentals.
that's
Because you just outside of
don't know.
people getting killed and sickness, depression's taking us out, suicide's taking us out.
Our community battles a lot.
Dude.
The minority community battle a lot, and it's like I was even talking to working in corporate America, you get in contact with a lot of like whites, Caucasian people. They don't really have prominent figures that they look up to. They don't realize in our because of our trauma and what we've gone through growing up, we look up to our prominent figures because it's like, dang, you really battled through, your situation and got to where you were, So I forgot who I was talking to I forgot who passed when I was working at a bank, and I just had to just let them know, like, oh, listen, like, it's just tough. No, it was it's a different situation. It was Bill Cosby going to jail, and they're like, why are Black people so arranged to it? And it's like being in corporate America, sometimes you gotta be like that public Black figure.
You gotta let
and it's
them know
like
what
it's like he
did for the
so
community.
it's like to see Bill in that light is just tough because he did so much.
Because he was like the first Black dad we had.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Successful dad.
so you get what I'm saying.
Nah,
when
just like even like a lot of times growing up, man, people ain't like kids ain't had their dads. So when you watch TV, that dad figure takes on your dad. Like first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Like that hurt
right,
people.
that hurt.
But before Uncle
That
Phil
hurt.
was Bill,
Right.
Yeah.
That was people's fathers.
So
like,
in our community, when we lose people to anything, like to their own stupidity, to death, it truly hurts. Like, and I think that's because in our culture, in our world, we hold our prominent figures like we act like we know them in a way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we feel them because they speak to us, and they have a really good way of getting our attention. Virgil Virgil's gonna be remembered for a lot. Virgil's gonna be remembered for a lot.
Yeah.
You know, not to make a funny, but you sometimes gotta make a funny out of like the lighter situation, like the whole Pop Smoke album cover. They gonna
Make some
remember
bullshit.
Virgil
Niggas
for
was bad
that.
as hell.
Virgil had one bad moment, but Virgil recovered from it though. He's still Virgil. You feel me?
At the end of the day, you
Huh?
sound.
Yeah, a couple. Remember we spent $100.
He said he had the $100 situation.
$100
The
Virgils.
$100 situation.
100 Virgils.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is why I'm saying we love our figures because they still them.
They
You
give
know
us
what I'm
those
saying?
moments.
They still had a moments where it's like, yo, you really still
Yeah.
us. Like, man, we giving $100 to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Side note, though. Side note. Do you
Rest in
think
peace
it's
to
like,
Virgil, man. Huh?
Rest in peace to Virgil. But do you think it's nasty, like how society, like how we did Kobe when he passed away, how sneakers shot up, how we just do that whenever someone passed away, we start buying everything up, and it kind of fucks up like people like
The memory of the person.
the memory of the person. I really wanted something of Kobe. I came and get my hands on it without paying a fortune. So now, like, what do you think's gonna happen with like Virgil? Do you think this is even
I'm going to
fucked
find
up?
every off-white shirt I have in my closet,
Yeah.
and I'm going to save them.
I love that.
5 years. Unfortunately, 5 years. That $450 I paid on that shirt is gonna be worth $2,000.
Jeez.
Right.
It's gonna go up. Everything he
It's-
got gonna go up. You get some
it's-
sneakers, put them up.
It's the unfortunate part. It's the unfortunate part of our
But it's
world.
a keepsake. It's keepsake
It's
stuff,
keepsake,
bro.
right.
You gotta remember that he's never gonna drop enough. That's like Tom Brady touchdown footballs.
Yeah.
You know, those are keepsakes. Whether Tom Brady's alive or dead, they're a keepsake, bro.
I think what Brad is saying is like, do we think that that's like a nasty aspect?
It's in a
of, like-
nasty aspect. Like we
I
know
think it
it's an
is.
investment for us.
no, because it's the value of it. It's the
but
value.
you don't
of
think
it.
that's fucked up? Like right
He
after
means
this
that
pod, I go.
I get it.
Yeah, not the stuff in your closet.
I get
Anything
it.
that's out on the market now
Yes.
is about to.
skyrocket?
It's
Like, should
that's
I
kinda
just go
nasty
buy
to
some
me.
off-white shit right now just because I know this shit's gonna shoot up?
No, you can't because he sold off-white. So if you had some classic off-white from 4 years ago, 3 years ago, then
Yeah.
yes, I would have that up.
Them
You get-
Louis collabs.
The sneakers, all the ones, the twos, the
Damn.
fives.
The dunks.
You feel me? Every sneaker that and I've been trying to get my hands. First off, they're already outrageous. They were outrageous price
Now them
off
shit's gonna
resale.
go crazy.
But now, like, don't even think about it because it's gonna be worth way too much. Look, man, this is every historical figure that passed. If they dropped something that's monumental, think about how much Michael Jackson glove goes for. That thing probably worth over $1 million. How long he been dead for? You know, unfortunately, like.
Yeah, certain things aren't gonna go up if certain people pass away. Unfortunately, because it's not owned by the like Jordans wouldn't go up
But yeah, so you don't
unless they're
think,
not re-releasing the Jordans
Ever.
again.
Like no
Oh,
more
yeah, okay.
twos ever coming out
but,
again.
Right, but
Like the
the
Kobe
bread
situation.
11s, like stuff
Yeah.
like the breads
But
that
see,
Nike's gonna continue
The
to
Kobe
release, stuff
situation
like
is
that.
completely different.
how so?
Contracts, and Kobe was getting out of Nike,
Yeah.
so that's totally different. And his wife is still making sure that goes through. He has somebody supporting and following through on his legacy, even though he's not there.
That's fine.
That's a total different situation.
Do
So
you-
there will be no more Kobe's released unless you're doing colorways for certain ones that the athletes are getting, like PJ Tucker, DeMar DeRozan, Tobias Harris,
PEs.
Anthony Davis. Like yeah, exactly. They're getting all PEs. You
Yeah.
know, like those ones are going to be not even re-released to the public, but just for those athletes.
So as a fan, do you like what Vanessa Bryant's doing? Like you can't get Kobe's anymore.
Who can't?
You cannot go to Nike and buy a pair of Kobe's.
No, but I buy all of them off of GOAT and StockX. I got mad Kobe's. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah,
seen
no.
my
You have
trunk.
mad shit.
I probably got a good 20-something pair of Kobe's.
But do you like that as you have to pay so much for something I used to be
No,
able to
but-
get for $100?
And the reason why I don't like it is because I'm actually hooping in these. If I was just putting them up, I wouldn't care.
Okay.
But because I actually play ball in them, I don't want to spend $500 on a pair of sneakers I'm going to destroy in 2 months.
Yep.
You know? But if you notice, too, I only play indoors in my Kobe's.
But
I don't play out.
even going based off that, do you think that she should just base off the needs of fans that
I
she
don't
should
think
care,
she can.
or do you think she goes with what her husband wanted?
Because they
Like
that
the
tie,
continue to
because it's
contract.
so out there that the tie between Nike and Kobe is a dub, that I don't think she can. I don't think she has a say so in that. And Kobe was coming out with a new shoe under his own,
Yeah.
and that shoe, I'm not gonna hold you, was really ugly. That was a bad shoe. But he wanted to do his own thing, so I don't think
Yeah.
she can do anything about. Like Nike's not going to mass release anything anyway. Nike has the way that they.
Which is fucked
There's
up.
a reason.
Okay.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, there's a reason why they're the biggest shoe.
It's fucked up.
Anyway, right? It's messed up to us, but
Right.
Yeah, like,
I mean, they're not hurting.
Right.
And now they just made the contract that they're not releasing the mom and pop stores anymore.
what you mean?
Yeah, for next year, all next year they're not doing it.
What do you mean?
Like the A&J's and those stores like that, they're not getting any Nikes.
Why?
They said they're not releasing on the mom and pop stores anymore.
Oh, I didn't know
Right.
that.
Yeah,
That's
all them
interesting.
contracts avoided. So what you
Damn.
can't get in the mall, you can't get.
Oh, so even mall shit's gonna be like exclusive kind of.
They already are. They've been that, but now it's even more so now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting real.
Damn.
But
You better
speaking
do
of,
like I did and bought yourself some Vans and Crocs.
do your thing,
Yeah.
Mac. Speaking of balling, you want to shout out Mom if you?
Oh yeah,
'Cause
shout out to Mom if you
we
man.
winding down. Been a
They
little
pulled
bit of
out a
fun.
good victory yesterday. They played Cincinnati. They was favored to lose by like 11.
Word.
Yeah, them boys stepped up. Proud of them, man. They got the dub. They looking like they about to make a nice run. I think they're 5-1 now, right now.
They fuck mad tickets up.
Yeah,
They
yup.
cool niggas.
And I'm happy they
Yeah,
did.
Speaking of Mom View basketball team, they cool niggas. I was at the Islander with the X4 one day. They was in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know their names. I don't know these niggas.
yeah, they cool though, man. They a bunch of young boys.
They young. They seen
young.
it. They was like, oh, that shit me. I'm like, good looks, my nigga. So if you tell them, if you ask any of them, like, yo, you see the nigga with the X4, like, yo, that was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't have time to get out of the car. Like, I just heard them say it because the windows was down. I ain't gonna get out the car and be like, yo, my nigga, I heard you. Like, that's some
That's
corny
some-
nigga
that's
shit.
corny shit.
But if you ever let them know they was like, I was at the Islander with this shit. They
Shout
some
out
cool
to my
niggas.
boy Micah Seymour and one of the assistant coaches, man. Help get them that win, man. I'm proud
Okay,
of them.
bet.
That's dope.
Definitely.
But fellas, what y'all got playing rest of the week? I got work. You resting tomorrow finally?
Got homework, man.
You had a
Yeah, but I
long
gotta-
week.
I gotta
You had
gain
a
tomorrow.
long ass week.
I got a game tomorrow night,
Resting?
so I gotta get the kids. Got to go to basketball practice, and I got a game.
I got you.
Semifinals.
I'm
I
chilling,
got
bro.
2 championship games this week, man. I got a championship game on Wednesday and a championship game on Saturday.
I got you.
So hopefully we can get these dubs, bring home some trophies. Hopefully next week for the Ending Pod, I'll sit here and have my trophy like my water.
Yeah, say no more.
You
Yeah,
should, you should start a
We kicking it next
podcast
week.
team, bro.
A what?
Podcast team, bro.
Yo, this has been From the Chair. We appreciate y'all.
Next week, man, we definitely next week we cooling. We cooling next week.
Yeah, next week will be all funnies, man.
All funnies, we chilling next week. This is From the Chair Podcast Season 1, Episode 11. And we're done. We out. That Virgil shit, Dan, that shit do like...
That shit rock, man.